Okay. Hi, Linda. So I'm Angela. I'm your occupational therapist. Do you know what OT is?
Nope.
So OT is kind of just looking at your functioning, and we want to be able to get you back to like what you love doing, and just getting back to like brushing your teeth or anything like that. Anything you're having difficulties with.
Okay. So about this wrist, you're gonna get this working again?
Yes. So to begin, what are you interested in? What do you like doing?
Well, I work at a bakery,
Ooh. Okay.
and so I love baking. Me and my husband opened it like, oh man, 35 years ago now. So we kind of run it, and I love being there.
Awesome.
And we take walks after work when it's nice out. And I really like to paint. My husband doesn't care about it, but I like to paint too.
Yeah. So when you open up the bakery, like what do you do within the bakery? Like what do you bake? Do you have other people helping you? I know because with your wrist.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to work except for the register, and it stinks because I love to bake the
Do
actual
we want to
cake.
keep your wrist a little bit rested? Do you want to rest it on?
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Because I normally bake the cake. I mix everything, and I roll out the dough, and everything. I normally help bake. We have some workers who go to the high school, but they come in and help us, and they're great. My husband does a lot of the baking too, but right now I've just been working the register.
Yeah, that's tough, especially
Yeah.
like you're just transitioning from like you did so much of the baking.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing to kind of like cope with that all? Like that's a lot to just transfer from being able to bake and then not bake at all.
Yeah, I mean, at least I'm still there. I don't know. I haven't been able to do a whole lot. My husband has to help me brush my hair, and he's awful at it. He doesn't know how to curl hair.
That's none yet.
So, and I refuse to let him help me shower or anything, so I just bear with the pain for now.
So let's try and not bear with the pain. So kind of going back to your home life. So you said you shower by yourself. Do you have any adaptive equipment? Like when you're bathing, are you using primarily your right hand in showering, or are you trying to use that left hand?
No, I've been trying to use the right, but it's hard sometimes to like wash your hair with just one hand. So
Yeah.
sometimes I have to, but it hurts when I like twist or bend it.
Yeah. So we recommend that you kind of like will do mobility exercises and everything like that. But if you do need the help, don't be afraid to ask your husband because that's why he's
Okay.
there for that as well to help you out.
I just like being independent and taking care of myself, and I
Yeah.
don't want. He helps a lot around the house. He's great, but I just don't want him to have to do everything for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Do you have kids or anything like that?
Oh, we have two, but they moved out and they have their own families. We have 3 grandkids now, and I always
Wow.
spoil them at the bakery. My parents say no sweets, but they get sweets every time they come.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So kind of brushing your teeth. I know you mentioned that your husband sometimes needs to help you. Is that something that you're doing with your right hand and you trying to use your left hand?
I mean, I normally do my right, but I'm left-handed, so it's kind of convenient to just use my left.
Yeah.
So it's weird to use my right. I'd rather just use my left and get back to it.
Yeah. So when he is helping you, is it like the mobility that he's helping you with, or kind of just squeezing like the toothpaste onto your toothbrush, for example?
It's both.
Okay.
A lot of it is like doing the motion kind of hurts a bit, but also like squeezing increases the pain.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we can definitely work on in our next session of kind of how to manipulate your toothbrush and also like getting the toothpaste out on your own. And I know you said you want to be independent, so we can definitely find ways of doing that. Even just putting like toothpaste on the edge, you can still use like a little bit of pressure and just like putting it on. So definitely we can work on those skills. Is there anything else that has been like difficult for you as you are like around the house, at work, maybe exercising if you do that?
Well, not really anything has been an issue necessarily. I haven't been able to paint because, again, you kind of need to be able to move your wrist. But I have a lot of swelling in my wrist, and that scares me because I don't know why it's still swelling. It's been 5 months. I don't get it.
Okay. So definitely we can talk about like some different elements of, okay, maybe you can ice it or anything like that if you are feeling that pain. So the only thing is, it could be swelling also if you're trying to move it around, which is something that we can work on, and just being careful of that. And if you are prone to just moving it around a lot, maybe we can have like a brace or something like that to just allow you to have less movement so that your bones can heal properly. Yeah. So aside from that, what else do you like to do?
I don't know. I do a lot of the cooking at home. Like my husband, he'll do the dishes if I cook. Sometimes he'll surprise us with a bakery thing that he made.
So cooking, is that something that you're like doing a lot of chopping, or like how does cooking look for you?
I normally like to make meals by like scratch, so like it's all fresh. Unless I'm tired, then it'll be just a frozen meal. But normally it's all fresh, and I cut up the vegetables and the meat and everything. But I haven't really been able to do that either, so it's been a lot on my husband to do.
Yeah.
He's not that great of a cook.
Yeah, so that's something that we can definitely also like just implement different strategies of how to benefit that. But right now, has he been doing most of the cooking, or are you still trying to like balance that, or?
He's been doing most of it just because he knows it hurts my wrist when I try, and he doesn't let me do the cooking. But
yeah. So when you have pain, how are you managing the pain? Are you taking any medications? Like, what are you doing to kind of help with the pain?
Well, right now I don't have anything because it's been 5 months, so it was supposed to not be painful after a couple weeks. So the medication I was taking, the prescription's done now, and I mean, I'll ice it occasionally, but normally I just want to like get on with what I'm doing, so I just let the pain happen.
Yeah. Which we don't want, because that can just cause more damage. But
yeah, I'm tired of it being painful.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of going back to work, I know you said you do the cash register. So is there any difficulty kind of managing all of that, just because you are using primarily probably your right hand?
Yeah, not really. That's normally been okay because it's not as like heavy duty having to like stir things or whatever. It's just grabbing the money. So that's normally okay. And yeah, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't working the register, because I need to be in the bakery. That's like my livelihood.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've always been there.
Absolutely. So what else do you like to do like in your free time? Maybe with your husband, with your kids?
I love playing with my grandkids, so whenever they come over, we normally go outside and run around and stuff. We're pretty active people, like me and my husband, because we're constantly moving around in the bakery and stuff, but like taking walks is nice, and just being outside. So we love to just,
So has that affected like how you've interacted? I know like most of the time you're like, oh, do you want a piggyback ride, or like anything like that with the kiddos? So is that something that has been affected like in any way?
Yeah, I really haven't been able to like lift them as much, just because like it hurts when I try to lift with the one wrist. So that's kind of hard because they'll ask for me to pick them up a lot and I can't. But it's been okay otherwise, because I can run around and chase them and it's okay.
Okay. So typically when you have your pain, what is your pain level?
It's normally a dull pain, so like a 4 or 5, but it's enough that like I feel it and it's, okay. It hurts.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. We'll kind of go through, but we can definitely work on like pain management, and kind of looking at like how can we get you back to doing what you love, and especially in the bakery, because that's been your whole life for so long. And then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay, sounds
good. Awesome. Well, have a great day.
Thank you too.